With hundreds of national anthem protests on Sunday, many of them by millionaires, a question now, can they afford to put their suffering in perspective? Here to discuss is Pastor Robert Jeffress, a Fox News contributor and the author of his new book. It's called A Place Called Heaven. And we also have Reverend Michael Faulkner, a former player for the New York Jets and a pastor in Harlem here.
And a candidate for comptroller for the city of New York.
That's right.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wish you all the best on that. So I'll start with you, Pastor Jeffress, because you're saying that you understand these men have their arguments or their issues with the country, but you think there's a better way to protest?
That's right. There is a better way to protest social injustice without disrespecting our country or disrespecting our country's leaders. I mean, for example, a few years ago, you had those Oregon Christian bakers who were almost driven into bankruptcy for practicing their faith. That's injustice, but they didn't respond by calling then President Obama a bum. Or this football coach you all have covered who was fired for voluntarily praying. He didn't respond to that injustice by failing to stand for the national anthem. I think what these players are doing is absolutely wrong. These players ought to be thanking God that they live in a country where they're not only free to earn millions of dollars every year, but they're also free from the worry of being shot in the head for taking a knee like they would be if they were in North Korea. And I think tens of millions of Americans agree with President Trump when he says they ought to be called out for this. I know this president. President Trump is not a racist. For President Trump, this is not about race. It's about respect of country.
What do you say? Do you agree with him?
Well, I think this. Look, these guys have the right to protest, but after they've protested, they need to do something to move forward to dialogue. As an American, I love this country. I have a responsibility to not only to protest, but to defend its flag, to defend its borders, and to be a vigorous American, part of the American dialogue and the American debate and American discussion. Simply protesting is not enough. After you've gotten up off your knee in prayer, you need to take action and do something about it. I would not make that personal choice to disrespect the flag or to not stand for the national anthem because of all the family members I've had that have served in the military honorably. I would not make that choice, but I have to give these guys space. But we give them too much credit. They're only athletes. They are not Navy SEALs. These are not military people. These are entertainers who get paid millions of dollars to entertain us. They are not the spokespeople that we want to promote them to be.
You know, Ainsley, many of these players claim to be strong Christians, and I believe they are. And I think they ought to remember what Jesus said. Jesus said, render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God's. Jesus said we have a responsibility toward our government. We owe our government just not our taxes, but we owe them our respect and our prayers. And I think that needs to be kept in mind in all of this discussion.
I'll give you the final word, Reverend.
Okay, I was at a concert on Saturday, and, you know, a great worldwide entertainer, Stevie Wonder, took a knee in prayer. That's what we need to do, to have a knee in prayer. Protest is not enough. We need prayer as well.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. God bless you, and God bless America.
Amen.
We need your prayers and your preaching.